Hello everyone and welcome to Learn German for Beginners with Vardhan. In the last lesson, you learned the regular verbs and their verb conjugation. In this lesson, we are going to learn what are irregular verbs and how to conjugate them. Lektion 18 Unregelmäßige Verben. Once again, Lektion 18 Unregelmäßige Verben. That means lesson 18 irregular verbs. Let's first look at the learning objectives. We will first learn the basic conjugation for an irregular verb in the present tense. After that, we will be conjugating few irregular verbs. And at the last, we will be doing a small exercise. Verb conjugation im Präsens. Once again, verb conjugation im Präsens. That means verb conjugation in present tense. In case of an irregular verb, the verb stem changes in a few cases. The ending depends on whether the subject is in singular or in plural. Here you can see how a normal irregular verb is conjugated. You can see the various pronouns in singular and in plural. The verbs are conjugated accordingly. Do remember the stem of the verb changes in the case of do and as. These changes in the verb stem are basically in the vowel. The conjugations for all other pronouns remains the same as for regular verbs. Vokalwechsel. Once again, Vokalwechsel. That means change in vowel. Here are the changes that you will notice when the verb stem changes in the irregular verbs. E changes to I in sprechen. That means to speak. And it changes to du sprichst. In the next case, E changes to IE. For example, sehen, that means to see, which changes to du siehst. In the next two cases, notice the change in the sound. AU changes to A with umlaut and U. For example, laufen, that means to run, becomes du läufst. In the next case, A changes to A with umlaut. For example, fahren, that means to drive. Fahren becomes du fährst. And in the last case, I becomes EI. For example, wissen, that means to know. Wissen changes to du weißt. It is now time to conjugate some irregular verbs. The first verb is denken. Once again, denken, that means to think. And the conjugations are ich denke, du denkst, sie denken, sie es denkt, wir denken, ihr denkt, Sie denken, sie denken. In this verb, the conjugation is similar like a regular verb and the verb stem doesn't change. But this verb is still irregular. There are some more irregular verbs like this. Similarly, the next one, kommen. Once again, kommen. That means to come. And the conjugations are ich komme, du kommst, sie kommen, sie es kommt, wir kommen, ihr kommt, sie kommen, sie kommen. Now we will do some verbs in which the verb stem changes. Schlafen. Once again, schlafen. that means to sleep. Ich schlafe, du schläfst, sie schlafen, sie es schläft, wir schlafen, ihr schlaft, sie schlafen, sie schlafen. In this case, in the conjugation of do, the verb stem changes. A has changed into A with umlaut. And in the conjugation of as also, the A in the verb stem changes to A with umlaut. Here is the next verb. Sehen. Once again, sehen. That means to see. Ich sehe, du siehst, sie sehen, sie es sieht, wir sehen, ihr seht, sie sehen, sie sehen. Here, in the conjugation of do and as, the E changes to IE. The next verb is laufen. Once again, laufen. That means to run. And the conjugations are ich laufe, du läufst, sie laufen, sie es läuft, wir laufen, ihr lauft, sie laufen, sie laufen. Here, in the conjugations of do and as, the AU in the verb stem becomes A with umlaut and U. Here is the next verb. Essen. Once again, essen. That means to eat. Ich esse, du isst, sie essen, sie es isst, wir essen, ihr esst, sie essen, sie essen. In this case, in the conjugation of do and as, E changes to I. Now let's do a small exercise. Übung. Once again, Übung. That means exercise. You have to fill in the blank with the conjugated verb. Here is the first one. Dash do English. And you have to conjugate the verb sprechen. And the correct answer is sprichst du English? That means, do you speak English? And the next one is Ich dash aus Spanien. And you have to use the verb kommen. Yes, you are right. The answer is Ich komme aus Spanien. That means I am from Spain. The next one is dash Apfel. And you have to fill in the blank with the verb essen. And the correct answer is isst Apfel. That means he eats apple. And the last one is wann du dash. And you have to fill in the blank with the verb schlafen. And your answer should be wann du schläfst. That means when do you sleep? So these were the irregular verbs and their verb conjugation. Danke. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked this video, do give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe our channel if you still haven't. Cheers. Auf Wiedersehen.